everyone, welcome back. All right, so I just finished up week number 3. So the pace is up there now. We're getting a lot of material thrown at us left and right. Our theme currently is structure and function. So I just started med school, right? So we got to start like at the basics. So we're learning, DNA, RNA, proteins, enzymes, amino acids, and what they all are. And this last week was really all of biochemistry, almost all of it in a week that you learned from undergrad, so this is like kind of review, but it was just, if you didn't learn this stuff well the first time, a lot of my classmates are freaking out. So it was a little intimidating because I'm a little old here. I'm just gonna say it, I'm 28, so I didn't just learn this stuff yesterday. I know I had to learn it from the MCAT, but I graduated in 2016 and I took biochemistry in 2014, so it's been a hot minute. With that being said, biochemistry, cell bio, it is just like so interesting. It's my favorite subject. I'm literally kidding. I did do research in it in undergrad, but I have an appreciation for it. I like it, but is it my favorite stuff to learn? Absolutely not. A few things happened throughout the week. Let's take a look at some of the videos that I did.
Hello everyone, it is Tuesday and I just finished up my clinical skills lab. So today I actually started to feel like a real doctor. I got to play with my stethoscope, whip out an otoscope, take people's blood pressures, and then we got to learn how to assess somebody's gait. Those of you who don't know what that is, that's like when you walk, your gait is your walk, how you walk. There's a lot you can tell by somebody's walk, and let me tell you, we had to walk up and down the aisles multiple times. It's kind of like a little fashion show. I started to feel myself in the moment. And I realized when people watch me, I don't swing my arms very much. Anyways, so it was very, very insightful, successful. Oh, we talked about vital signs as well. If you've worked in healthcare and you have experience with vital signs, it's pretty straightforward, but it is kind of nice to know how to take a proper blood pressure. A lot of cool information thrown at us today. I like it. So now I'm gonna go home and play with all my toys. Thankfully, I have a boyfriend at home whose heart works well and whose knee-jerk reflexes are intact, so we're gonna sit there and practice for a little bit. Also, I just went to an interest meeting for hematology oncology. We have a hem-onc club at our med school. They advertised free lunch, so there's a lot of people there. I don't know how many people are truly interested in hem-onc, but when we are in the world of living on loans, free lunch is free lunch. But one of the things that we talked about was just there's 3 or 4 different ways that you can get to that hematology oncology position. And so it's just, I've kind of gotten some experience with this just from some of the doctors I've worked with. My gosh, my brain is working faster than my mouth today. Is that how you say it? I don't know, whatever. What I'm trying to say is I've had some experience with some providers just telling me the different routes to how they got to where they practice, And it's not always straightforward. Sometimes you take different residencies and combinations of fellowships to get to the same end point. And so it really just kind of puts into perspective, my gosh, there are so many different things that I could do in medicine. Again, I think I know what I want to do, but I'm not going to pigeonhole myself. So I'm going to pretend I want to do everything. So like I said, for the next 2 months, I want to be an orthopedist. I like muscles and bones. They're my favorite.
3 days ago was my birthday, by the way, so I was in class, obviously. One of my classmates got the whole 162 or 161 of us to sing me happy birthday. So, got a video of that too.
Happy birthday to John.
Am I right?
Okay, so I just finished up structures, the anatomy lab, and as you guys all know from last week, I was super nervous. It went so much better today. I proudly decided that I was going to be the one controlling the PowerPoint, so clicking the buttons, this and that, so I didn't have to stand there in one spot the whole time. So just the sheer fact that I was more engaged fixed everything. We looked at the epidermis, dermis, subcutaneous, deep fascia, muscle, so we kind of went through the different layers. And we were looking at different types of joints and everything too. So, it got pretty graphic, obviously. You're not going to go into the details, but it's cadaver lab, so we saw some things, and I felt so much more confident. So I am just going to call this a win. I'm proud of myself, and obviously it's going to get much more intense from here, but now I don't have to worry about being super anxious all the time. Also, today is my birthday, so I had a lot of people just telling me happy birthday every few minutes, so I think that kind of like grounded me if I ever did start to, you know, freak myself out. I saw a human brain for the first time. That was really cool, actually. They're bigger than I thought. I know that sounds stupid to say, because like, you know, a brain is in here, but the ones that we had were just much bigger and bulkier than I thought. Broke down a lot of the anatomy of it, so that's actually what I'm gonna go home and study. Some of the structures are not as easily like distinguished from one another as easy as you would think. So I'm gonna go home, study the brain. Also gotta really break down the pathophysiology of cystic fibrosis, so I'm gonna become a cystic fibrosis expert by the end of the day. I'm going to celebrate my birthday with my boyfriend tonight. We are going out somewhere not expensive, not very bougie, just to have a nice, chill, good time. Oh, and also Crumble gives you a free cookie on your birthday, so I'm actually gonna spoil myself. Go get that free cookie from Crumble. Go get my free drink from Starbucks. It's a good day. It's a great day, actually. Okay, so thank God it is Friday today. I look tired. I am tired. I'm doing great, though. I think yesterday, just because it was my birthday, I was obligated to celebrate just a little bit, so I was kind of up late. I came home and immediately went into homework. And I'm actually excited tomorrow to be able to do homework at my own pace and have the weekend to catch up without pressure of feeling like I'm falling behind. It's only week 3. How do I already feel like I'm falling behind? It's a feeling I'm sure that I'm going to become particularly comfortable with, which is fine. I just didn't expect it to happen this early.
Okay, first of all, I had to get a blanket because it's cold. Second of all, how tired did I look on Friday? That is embarrassing. I will smack myself and put in eye drops before I take a video looking that exhausted again. I looked like the Sandman or something. Third of all, do you hear how stupid? I said I was going to become a cystic fibrosis expert in 3 hours. Let me tell you, after having to break down cystic fibrosis, I feel like I barely scratched the surface behind the disease. I spent hours that night. I went back and watched videos on it the next night, and then Friday we actually had to talk about it. Way more complicated than I thought. It's just hilarious that I said I was gonna become an expert in 3 hours. Anyways, this last week, the pace definitely is faster. So it's really important for me now to kind of like figure out, I have to strategize every week and prioritize. So I spent a good amount of my time this weekend just recapping all of that stuff. Too much time, actually. And then today, Sunday, I looked ahead at the stuff coming for next week, and it is a lot harder material, and there's a lot more material and different things. And so now I'm sitting here like I cannot afford to spend hours and hours and hours on one thing. They told us this, and it's just you want to learn something completely the first time and you want to be good at it and move on mentally. That's how I've always worked in my life, you know, learn, master it, move on. You can't do that in med school. I don't know. I'm still figuring it out. I feel like I'm like this after this week, like, you know, my thoughts going that way. I have something's going on over there. Okay, so I'm gonna end it here. I still have some stuff to do before tomorrow and it's 11:30. At the end of next week, I will officially be halfway through this unit. So say a prayer for me. Tomorrow's lecture looks very complicated on cell receptors, cell signaling molecules, long pathways. It's gonna be so amazing. All right, I'll see you guys next week. Bye.